What's up with everybody, man? I hope everybody enjoying themselves, having a good day. It's Red. Hold on, we got the Subway special. Let's pop this thing open. Y'all see it? Put the tag on it right there. Let's see what it's talking like. What y'all think? It's gonna be good? Show y'all what this Subway's will. It's been a while since I got some Subway. Y'all know Red do chunky on the Subway though. Y'all know I gotta do a big chunky dude on the Subway. Tell me that shit don't look smack. We about to eat this. Look how good that's looking on the inside. Fresh too. Come on, get them veggies. Now I ain't the biggest Subway person, but when I'm finna get in a sandwich, Subway still be smacking, man. I think a lot of people be forgetting Subway smack, y'all. Come on, man. Red trying to eat. Red trying to eat. That's all we trying to do. Big sandwiches on deck. What's up, bro? That looks nice for sure. Come on, what's up with Dark Vader, man? Like, share, subscribe. How you doing? Y'all know Red over here finna eat. I'm telling you, that shit smack. Y'all know I got the peppers, got it all up in there. Filled it up all the way. What's up with Dark Vader, man? He said, what's up, bro? That looks nice, though. Come on, it's smacking. Got tomato, everything. Hey, man, a lot of y'all say, Red, you been looking better. I've been feeling better, man. I'm trying to tell you, we ain't just looking better, we feeling better. I'm back and I'm better than that. What's up with Dark Vader, man? How's everything out there? What's your day been like? Y'all go subscribe to Dark Vader and follow him too. He said, I'm cool, bro. I hooked up that girl at work. Her name, and bro, she got a killer voice for real. That's hard. She's singing, that's hard as fuck. I'm tearing this sandwich up, y'all. Hell yeah, keep doing music, bro. Get her singing. Get the hooks in. Come on now. And not only singing with the hook, dude. I like girl artists that be singing vocals with the verses and the hooks. Like, yeah, I love having a female for the hook too. But when you see a female come with a verse and they be having bars, some of these females got gas. See? I spoke too soon. You said she won a Norwegian championship in karaoke. That's why I said some of these females got bars. Hey man, take it from a fella. There ain't nothing a man can't do that a female can't do either. I think we be down females even with music too. All because this guy got bars. Don't think these females ain't got bars either. Some of these females spitting heat. And they got a voice like you said and they sing too. So it's like, it's, yeah. You know? I just think some of these females just got to keep working and they find the exact spot where they want it. That's why I told her your music and told her let's do something with my homie Red. All right, man, I'm always open to work, bro. I was taught this, bro. When I was growing up, even now, I still stick to it. It's great to collab with people. Not only is it good to collab with people because you get to see their perspective on music, because everybody's perspective is different. But it's great when you can collab and create something together and then y'all look back at it and be like, hey, we came together and we created this. Like, I got a few people that I work with right now that is like that. Like one of my partners, Adrian, he be doing that too, you know? We made music together and now we look back at it. I bet you when we get older, we're going to look back at it like, damn, it's kind of crazy. She representing Norway at the Karaoke World Championship in Las Vegas, October. So she just came over here to America and was representing for Norway. That's love. So she traveling for it, you know. So this is something that she's really taking serious, and that's something great. Tell her, I don't know if she'll see the video, but if you say see her, tell her that she's got my full support and to go chase her dreams and keep up the karaoke. And obviously, if she traveling like that, she's taking it far, bro. Yep, I'm gonna try to post a video of her. Most definitely do, bro. That's why I think I'm happy now. You know, I like you said that too. I'm gonna post a video of her. Like, I've seen a lot of new people. Like, I just, you know, I'm not gonna say that I see it all the time, but when I'm scrolling through my feed, like, you know, I don't know if YouTube like I said, they recommend me stuff before it goes viral or before, you know, people pop or whatever. And one thing that I noticed about when I was scrolling was a lot of people are starting to go like, you know, jump on the social media and speak, even in the short videos. They starting to speak like, you know, I don't really do this too often, but I'm doing it. It's all right, guys. That's why I said that's cool, bro. It's not like I used to do it often going live, and it's not like I like to get on the social media and speak as well and do that often either. Nah, it's not like it's a great thing, but it's another way to relieve because it helps you with speaking better and having a crowd. Obviously, like, you know, we got Darth Vader up in here dropping gems, you know, like not only having the crowd or whoever your chat, you know, people like chat interacting with the chat. That's a major thing, but it teaches you how to interact with the audience. And I think a lot of people don't understand that because not only when I go to a show, yeah, I interact with the audience perfectly fine at the show, but then it's like you want to be able to interact with your audience through social media too. That's why I said it could go through both ways. You know, one of a little good friend of mine, her name TT, and the manager, she be doing her little thug thizzle, and we like I told you, that's something I live by. Like she taught me this back in the day, and she told me this when I was first, cause I was in the street. So I was in the street, but then not only was in the street, I was focused on building my social media. So she's like, you need to get off social media and get your followers off social media and get them like, you know, in the streets, like get in the streets and get your followers. And like I told you guys, that's when I'm chucking CDs. Like, I mean, I was already chucking CDs, but I stepped it up a notch. Like, I had got a whole thing full of CDs, started chucking every person I'm seeing, throwing them a CD out the window. And like, it made me a whole different experience, right? Because I could have just did like what I'm doing right now with the social media, but instead, I went and got out in the streets first and then did the social media. And that's kind of where TT brought, you know, she taught me something right there, you know, and I think that's a great thing because she's called the manager, anyways. Her name's called TT, a manager. And like one thing I like about that, what she taught me with that part, was like that's something that's real, you know what I mean? You can get all your followers on social media, right? But if you ain't got no presence in the actual streets, like in actual like, you know, outside, it don't make no difference. You could be known like through the virtual world, but is you known in the real world? You know what I mean? And that's what social media is. It's like a virtual world. And so I thought it was kind of cool to know the difference because I think a lot of people don't understand, you know, you got virtual world and the real world. It's two. And like I think it was cool to have, you know, I got the same amount of fans in the real world as I do in the virtual world, and it's a great thing, bro, because I ended up getting my followers and subscribers from in the street and then jumping on social media instead of me trying to boom the social media and then forgetting about the followers outside and really working with the people. And that's a great perspective. I like how we put that. She got some on Facebook. Yeah, I will, bro. Most definitely post that video of her, bro. And yeah, she on Facebook. I'll check her out. I don't know if you have a link or something. Drop it on your page. I'll go click on your YouTube and check her out, bro. That's the thing. You know, one thing about me, I'm never too big to check out somebody because when I was younger, I wanted somebody to check me out. You know. Yeah, now Red don't act like that no more, but I can't say that there wasn't a time when I used to want to get checked, you know? There was always the time back in the day when I used to always want that, you know? That's why I said, like, being around big artists. But then I started to understand a lot of big artists didn't want me around, you know? And it wasn't that he didn't want me around. I was still young at the time. You gotta understand, when I was around some of y'all favorite artists, I was still a teenager too myself. So it was a lot different, you know what I mean? That's like I told you guys, when I first ever went to the strip club, I was 18 years old. First time in the strip club. And like I never knew what to expect, let alone I didn't know, like, because I was out of state. Different state laws, there's differences. But I didn't know all that. So, I'm expecting, like, you have to be like how it is now, 21 and up at most places, but some is 18. But, at that spot where I was at, it was 21 and up, but I was in there 18. And that's why I said, like, I kind of got that VIP experience because I was supposed to be 21 in there, but I was in there 18 through VIP status. So I kind of got to experience things, luckily, at an early age where, yeah, I'm going to also put on some old songs we made before. Yeah, please do, dude. That's why I said good old songs, new songs. I just was watching the ad, where they said it's never too late to put out music, even if you feel like it's like old music, still put it out. And it's like that. I agree with that too. I'm sitting on a bunch of music that I still should put out too. I just never jump to conclusion on it. I always see it as this way. Like I understand there's not always gonna be time forever, but there's gonna be a time when the music needs to drop. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, post that. I'm gonna check it out. I'm trying to see what she sing like. I like it because it's Norwegian, so I expect she has like her own type of sound. That's one thing I like about every artist, except, there is some artists that sound alike too, but most artists nowadays, everybody has a unique sound. The girl I told you about that I laced game, she is really dope, bro. She is Kenyan, living about an hour from here, talking on the phone, text too. It's cool. Hell yeah. That's cool. She's Kenyan too. And see, I like that. One thing that is cool about that, she's probably not only good with just talents like that, but she probably has a lot of hobbies too. I noticed that a lot of Kenyan people have like, hobbies that they do on their own where they're making things, things like that. And I'm just not saying making things like that. I'm saying creating from scratch. Like they build things from the ground up. Uh, it's kind of cool as fuck, bro. I think that's amazing. Let alone from Norway, and she's out there and you communicating with her. That's amazing. Now, do you ever go to Kenya, or have you been there? Or are you just like talking to her through the text and stuff, or do you visit? I know if you visit, it's probably nice as fuck over there. I'll be trying to eat the good food, have her cook. I'll be like, what the food like, dude? I know Kenyan people could cook, bro. I don't know if y'all ever heard of African cuisine, dude. There's all different types of African cuisine. I know some Ethiopian cuisine, some Eritrean cuisines. Golly, most definitely. The cuisines is epic. Hannah is the singer, Susan is the Kenyan, bro. Okay, that's hard. That's hard. But yeah, she don't clean the house right. I hate the maid. It's gonna get clean. No, never been there. She lives next town to mine in Norway. Oh, that's cool. Do you ever want to go though? You thought about going at least? I know you ain't never been there, but there be places I ain't been there. I still be thinking about going. Like there's places I want to travel to. Obviously, I can't travel due to other reasons, but I would love to travel. I would have probably been travel, dude. It's not having the funds wise. We've been having funds to travel. It's just obviously when we go anywhere and everywhere, we taking a whole crew with us. I don't know. We should be doing that in the other countries. Shit. Yeah, it'd be cool going there. That's what I'm saying. Go check it out, bro. I'm not saying like it's gonna be a great experience, but it seems like, it might be something that you'd be interested in, just to check it out. You know what I mean? I can't say somebody's gonna have a great experience at something, but what I could do is say, hey, you might be open to look and check it out. Just another suggestion. Red gonna try and always recommend something. I don't know what to be saying exactly. I just recommend throw something out there. You might like it. So I think it would be cool as fuck. Anything just traveling. One of my boys went to the Bahamas, right? And I was supposed to go with him to the Bahamas. And at the time, I was still dealing with all my bullshit, and so I couldn't really leave. And it was on the bucket list, bro. I wanted to really check out the Bahamas, and not just cause how nice it is, but just how nice the water was. But he went, my boy went. So one thing it taught me was, it taught me, you know, not only like next time try to go, but like when you get a chance like that, and you know you good to go, take it. Cause now I'll probably never get a chance like that again. You know what I mean? That's why I try to tell you guys. I try to give people advice. When you have an opportunity to do something, don't let that shit pass you up. But at the same time, don't just jump to any and every opportunity either. You know what I mean? Especially when you're traveling a vacation, like that's what I'm saying. I was just suggesting you out there in case you do travel. I'm not saying go to Kenya, but it's a thought, and obviously it might be a cool experience. You might like it. I know I'm one of those people that like that shit. I love going to different countries, going places, just not even different countries, but different cities, different states, and seeing the way people live, because, like, every area is different. You know what I mean? Every place has its own way of living, its own style. They eat different, they listen to different music. And that's what makes the culture everywhere different. Everywhere's got its own culture atmosphere. I think a lot of people don't understand that. No matter where you at, everything got a culture atmosphere. It's kind of crazy, huh? You say, yeah, it would be cool. I was in Cape Town 2009. Now, Cape Town, where's that at? That's in Kenya or no? That's in Norway, right? It is, and you always get new energy from it. That's what I'm saying. Not only do you get new energy, you meet a new experience, you get to meet new people, they get energy from you. It goes both ways. That's why I said, especially when you're both putting out that positive energy. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Like, when introducing and traveling, that's why a lot of people don't understand. That's why traveling is still like the most biggest thing to this day, for them to make money as tourists. In any country. You ask any country, like anywhere, they'll say a lot of places make more of their money off the tourists. And that's anywhere, and I'm not saying all tourists is good at other places, but I'm saying that brings a lot of income into other countries that they didn't have, let alone us here. Think about the people that come here and they buying stuff, and they take it back. So tourists just in general play a big part, and that's where that experience, like you said, with the energy, just being a tourist and other people tourists to meet a tourist. So like you might be touring somewhere and this dude's touring somewhere, and now you both just toured somewhere and met each other. And now y'all connected just from that one tour. That's crazy, huh? So that's the cool part. I think that's amazing how you said that with the energy. And then the cool part is you both could be touring something, right? And you might be touring something on this specific type of thing that you're doing. We're like, hey, I gotta go focus on the Eiffel Tower today. Or let's say this guy's gonna go focus on fucking the London Bridge or fucking something. You know what I mean? Like, but y'all both toured to the same spot to where you're in the same area, even though the fucking Eiffel Tower's in Paris. You know what I'm saying? It's still touring to Europe, both ways when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool. What did he say? He said Cape Town's in South Africa. That's what I was saying. It sounds like it was in Africa. I swear I thought I heard that, but I didn't. I didn't know what that was. That's why when I said is it Kenya or close to Kenya, it sounds close. We were in the Camps Bay. The place felt more like Hollywood than Africa, homie. That's crazy. That's crazy, huh? And it's wild because, like you said, there's certain cities and towns in Africa that are like that. Or you can go there next, it's a full blown city living lifestyle. And next, you go to another city, kind of probably like Kenya, like you're saying. And I'm not saying it's like a little city, but they probably got their rural areas, like you said, and it's not Hollywood. So I think that's kind of cool you pointed that out. Because, like, a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, countries got their nice parts too, but it ain't all Hollywood either. But some places do be nice Hollywood too, and you'd be shocked, like how you said, it was like Hollywood out there. You probably were shocked, like, what the fuck? You expected some rural, not like rural living, but, some African living. I'm already knowing. It ain't much out there. A lot of hella rich peeps with mansions, sidewalks full of restaurants, shops, and beach. There's a world famous movies and ads. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. There is rich people in Africa too. That's what I'm saying. You gotta understand that too. Most definitely. I'm not saying all Africa's grimy. I'm not saying Africa don't got rich people. No, most definitely it does. It most definitely got rich people. There be some rich princes, different things like that. But what I'm saying is, they're not dealt the same resources as we are of like how you said that Hollywood, they're not, some places don't run off that electronic technology lifestyle like we do. So they're not all Hollywood like you said, but when you see those spots, you be shocked and you be like, okay, Cape Town, that's one of them towns that be really on some Hollywood shit. They doing it big over here. I don't know if y'all be seeing the African dudes, they be working out and they be working on the live. And I think they from Africa too. I don't know if they from Kenya, but I think they are from Kenya. He said a lot of hella rich people, advances, sidewalks. Okay, yeah, you already read that. Yeah, dude, and the food's gotta be wonderful out there. That's the thing, that's what people don't understand. Every single country's got its nice spots, it's got its famous people. You know what I mean? Just like we got people that's famous in America, a whole nother country got people that's famous over there. And that's kind of like how I like that Jet Li pointed that out. It's like Jet Li's like, I'm famous in China. I wasn't famous in Asia. I had to become famous in Asia. But then now I'm famous in Asia and everybody knows me. Like, that's how it be, bro. You know? And it don't happen right in your neck of the woods right away. You'd be surprised. They'd be the last ones to support you compared to everybody else. You feel me? That's why that saying isn't just a saying. That's the truth. You could be getting supported, right, by some random person that you never met more than the people that you've been around your whole life. And it's not just because of that. It's just they've seen it from where it started. So they've been supporting since the beginning. I think a lot of people take that as the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They be thinking people be like, oh, they don't want to support or they're supporting more. Nah, the reason they don't support as much as you think they should as a new person is because they've been supporting, whether they've bought something or not. Just the person being there and watching you grow is still support. Just them taking the time to observe you grow and observe you work on something, that's support. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. Let's see what else we got. He said, yeah, that Jet Li. Come on, facts. What's up with Danny, bro? He said, what's good, bro? What's good? He said, what's up with Darth Vader? We all up in here. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, 30 minutes from the area, aluminum shack house. Oh, okay. What's good with it, bro? I just got home from work. I hope you had a great day at work. Great job. That's what my boy just told me right now. He just texted me. He was like, I just got off work. Everybody getting off work. Come on, like, share, subscribe. We up in here, y'all. It's lit. It's lit. But yeah, I just been eating this sandwich right now. I'm trying to smack on this food. Finna tear up the rest of this little sandwich. We already done crushed that whole sandwich of the first part. We on the second half now. Where's your smack? Smack. I ain't gonna lie. When you smack Subway and you eat that first half and it's hidden, I'm ready to devour that second half, but I ain't trying to just rush it either though. I know my fat ass be eating. Nah, I don't be on social media, honestly. Oh, wait, what'd he say? Oh, he talking to Danny. Yeah, Danny's like me, bro. We'll be on social media just to connect and communicate with people. That's kind of what it's there for. That's what I thought social media was for. It's for you to connect with motherfuckers. When you got a Facebook, that's what Facebook was for. MySpace, that was all to connect with a motherfucker. That's what I thought. So he kind of like me. Danny's like me, man. We'll be on social media when we get a chance, but we don't be on it all day. Like, especially him, they got kids and stuff. He's doing the dad's life, man. He don't get that free time. And I know you're probably the same way too, Darth Vader. When you're recording your music and shit, you don't probably be glued to the social media. I think a lot of people don't understand that, We all take the time and the presence to get on here, and, it's kind of like a way for us to interact and communicate, but we ain't on social media to try to be social with the media, I guess, or however. We just trying to socialize through the media, not social for the media or something, I guess. That's how they be looking at, like, we trying to socialize for the media when we try to socialize through the media. There's a difference. You know what I mean? And so, I think that was cool how Danny said that, and I hope Danny's having a good day. You off work, my boy? Is it busy? Probably had a long ass day. Did you ever get that done with your car? You said you was fixing the thing. You fixed it? He finished it up? Hold on. He said, "Oh yeah, bro." He said, "No, I don't be on social media." Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me scroll that down. Oh yeah, bro. That's some chips. Chips up in it too. Make it hood. Facts, bro. I got a couple Pringles. I might throw a Pringle in that bitch. I got some chips too. I got some Doritos. But I got a bunch of the Pringles. I bought like one of them boxes that come with the multiple. It got the pizza, barbecue, the cheddar cheese, the originals, plus the sour cream onion. And that's the five right there. No steak smack. I fuck with the Pringles. I'll still smack on some Pringles, dude. What'd he say? Let me scroll a little bit. Y'all going too fast on me. He said, it's a girl singing at the bar I work at. I'm telling Red about her. She represented Norway in Las Vegas in October. Yeah, he was telling me, Danny. So he's got this girl that he's been working with, and she does karaoke, but she made a song with him, bro. And she's got a voice. And he was saying he's been making music with her. He's about to start posting videos of her, and he's gonna post them on his channel. So if you check out Dork Vader's page, just go to his channel, and he said he'll post them on this page. He said facts. He said I've always seen it that way too. The same. I always seen it that way too. I mostly use it for marketplace, honestly, and O word. That's what's up. I'm always have been intrigued by Norwegian way, or not the way, but can't think the world. Oh, facts. Facts. Yeah, Norwegian way is different, dude. It's different out there in Norway. They do things different. Shit, today was let go and my car just died on me this morning. Damn, bruh. Shit, today was let go and my car, damn. It gave you trouble? Damn, fuck. At least you still got to work, though. You say you just got off. So you still made it to work after dealing with the car bullshit. At least you were able to make it, bro. I'm sorry you had to deal with the car bullshit, but I'm glad you made it. He said, yep, that's why the media is social, bro. Facts. Facts, bro. And that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. Social media is for you to socialize with people on social media, not to socialize for the media. Yeah, okay? And that's what they be trying to do now. That's why I don't know if you guys understand when YouTube was created back in the day, right? I'm thinking this like 2002, 2003. That's not when YouTube was first created, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that was when, yeah, pretty much. But either way, when YouTube first got created, YouTube was made for only teachers, y'all. I don't know if you ever knew that. It was really only made for teachers back in the day. That's why you see a lot of teachers or your college teachers use YouTube. It was for everybody, but it was really supposed to be a learning place, like a place you could come and type up anything and learn, watch a video and learn how to do it yourself. That's what YouTube was supposed to be. Then people started turning it into a place for your life, a place where you can talk about your struggles, everything. They done turned this shit to a whole different thing, dude. YouTube probably wasn't expecting that, dude. But that's real. Like, if you think I'm playing, you can literally look it up. That's what YouTube was for. It was supposed to be like a teacher thing, you know? It's supposed to teach us all knowledge. That's why they say if you don't know how to do something, look it up on YouTube. That's the first thing they tell you. Oh, you don't know how to do it? Look it up on YouTube. They'll teach you how to do it because that's what it was supposed to be. It's kind of crazy, huh? A lot of people don't understand that's what YouTube was for. Shit, today was good. Yep, that's why the media is social. Hold on. Oh, they finally did. Fuck yeah, let's hear it, bro, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man, but already put in more applications, though. It's all good. I mobbed on footwork today. Come on. Shit, I think it was like around 6 years the YouTube came out. Can't remember. Yeah, I think so too. That's why I say it was in the 2000s, 06s. I think the same thing. But most definitely when it first came out, that's why a lot of people don't understand YouTube was just for the knowledge of learning something. That's why when they say if you don't know how to do it, just look it up on YouTube. You don't know how to change your oil, YouTube got a video or somebody probably posted a video. And like that's why everything you're supposed to like anything like let's say I need to fix this speaker. I'm supposed to be able to look it up on YouTube and there should be a video. But nowadays people don't do it as much, so like you notice you be looking for things on how to fix it and there ain't even a video for it because people don't be thinking like that. He said, hold on, I'm y'all moving on me. Shit, think I was around 6 as YouTube came out. Back when there was no ads. Later one and then on. Facts, facts. Ads was way different back then. There was no ads. Do you remember the sites before YouTube threw? It was all kind of sick, wild videos on Censor back then. They would never been allowed. Facts. It was. Back then they didn't have like, you know, where you would have an age description or age restriction on your video. Nor all the videos that were graphic, like what Darth Vader said. Yeah, service cut out, y'all. My bad. Service cut out, everybody. Hey, I know, man. The service, yeah, I ain't did the best service, man. I'm in a motherfucking cuts. Service don't be the best, man. He said World Star now. Is it World Star? Was it World Star? World Star came back 2008, I think. So most definitely they would have been on right after though, for sure. They were right after, like 2012, World Star was booming. Do you remember the sites before YouTube though? It was all kind of sick. Videos on Twitter back then. Yeah, facts, facts. YouTube first dropped February 14, 2005. See, you looked it up. Good shit, Danny. That's why I said early 2000s. You know what I mean? You got to understand. So, we lost Mac Dre in '04, right? And YouTube just came out right after Mac Dre died. So Mac Dre didn't even know about YouTube. That's the crazy part, right? When you really think about it, like when he was an artist and blowing up, YouTube wasn't around. So like when he recorded that album from jail, he wasn't really able to just put it up on YouTube because YouTube wasn't around. And so what's crazy when they finally were able to put it into YouTube and get it up there, he was gone. You know, he passed away before and long live Mac Dre, man. Legendary. I think that's cool that we could talk about that history and acknowledge it, you know. Pay respect to another Bay Area legend, man. Mac Dre, man. Y'all see it. Bay Area. It's a great thing, dude. It's amazing. It's cool that we all up in here. A Dart and Red, y'all should peep out this song. Don't tell your dreams. Lyrics by Lovix. It has a pink background with the mountains. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. We'll check it out. Y'all go check that out. Service keeps lagging. Service is out as well. We back in the live in action. He say, yee. Facts, we back, man. Nah, World Star. Nah, it wasn't that. Fuck. What was it now? I'm gonna be tripping on it. Google is a wondrous thing nowadays. I used to facts, dude. Hey, Google comes in handy, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's how you supposed to utilize it, bro. Just like that little kid said on Grown Ups. Remember that movie Grown Ups? He's like, Google me, bitch. Straight up, dude. Google's fucking been helping us since the early age, bro. You better quit playing and use Google. And if not, you better use AI. It is 2026, y'all. If you don't know the answer to anything, dude, you better start Googling the answer and AI and that shit. It's right there for you. But don't use it on some dumb shit either, though, because AI might send you in the wrong direction, though. Don't just be trying to use it for some negative reason. I'm serious, bro. Take that. Like, you see the one on it, dude. I'm trying to tell you, dude. AI be thinking for itself. You better quit playing, bro. Use it for the right things, but don't just try to utilize AI for the wrong things either. That motherfucker gonna pass you on to you know who, and you be it's a wrap. AI done ratted you out itself, dude. Artificial intelligence done caught your ass artificially, dude. Fuck that. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'd rather not deal with that, dude. I got real intelligence, nigga, not just artificial intelligence. But shout out to AI though. I'll use it. And that's why I like a lot of artists, like a lot of big artists nowadays. They're like, that's the cool part about AI. It's just the tool you utilize. It's to help you have more intelligence, but as well, you can utilize it for different things. Like, obviously, you seen that commercial with Ice T, right? And Ice T's like, I use AI, and you can make a music video now. And it's like, Ice T, you know your ass ain't fucking gonna use that for a music video, bro. Like, yeah, you saying this for an ad and shit, but you ain't using no AI music video. When did we get a last Ice-T music video? Do we need a new Ice-T music video? It ain't Law and Order no more. Tell them colors, 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 colors. He said, you don't know me, fool. You don't own me, cool. Oh, that nigga, bro. Let's hold on. Go to that motherfucker real quick, bro. Oh fuck, I shut it off. God damn it, I turned it off right when I needed it off. Motherfucker. That is funny as fuck, y'all. Yeah, bro, that Ice T, bro. Y'all remember that man? That's before he was on the Law and Order, bro. So that was the thug Ice T, man. Now you got the Ice T on Law and Order, man, just kicking back, chilling, dude. The one that hey, he got pulled over by the cop, and he's like, "Ain't you the dude on Law and Order?" Yeah. He said, "What is you doing with your car registration being out of date?" I don't drive it. Ice T said, "I don't drive it, dude. The motherfucker been the registration's supposed to be out of date, sir. I ain't drove the motherfucker." Ice T was funny as fuck. And then he's even the cold part, the cop wrote him a ticket, and he's like, "Are you really gonna write me a ticket? Are you fucking kidding me?" Hey, the cold part is even Ice T found out, all because you been on that Law and Order shit, dude. They don't give a fuck, and that's why I kept trying to tell y'all, dude. I know personally, dude. We don't run nothing, dude. Yeah, we get to be famous for a moment, dude. But at the end of the day, dude, your shit could get took that quick, dude. So I'm not famous and never want to be, dude. I'd rather be poor. Because I know as soon as I get rich, they're going to take you back to being poor that fast. So I'd rather be poor and still be rich while I'm looking poor, okay? Take it from Red. I'm just, shh, don't tell nobody. That's my advice. I'm trying to tell you. They say Red broke. I'm broke, y'all. I'm broke. I'm poor. I ain't got no money. None. And that's how I keep them getting, dude. Tell her that, dude. When she asks me when I take her out, she's like, "You finna pay for this?" I ain't got nothing, baby. You got a wallet? I ain't got nothing. You can gladly pay for my meal and your meal. Both of us together. Hey, and then the cold part is when you got the females that be like, "I ain't paying for your meal, nigga," and then you let her pay for her meal, and then she gets her food, and then she be eating in front of you, and then you let her take a few bites, and then you go buy double the meal of her food, and then you come back, and then she be mad as fuck. She look like, how the fuck? I've had that happen so many times, dude. I'm be like, let me get some of your food. And then this girl didn't want to share part of her meal, dude. It's like, all right, just wait. I'm finna go grab me a plate. Now, when I come back, don't be trying to get a piece of this plate, though. Shit. Hey, facts, 100, dude. Hey, it's cool too, cause like my favorite part about like with that, it's taught me like like I always come prepared, but it's like I think one thing with this new generation, even nowadays, it's more like people ain't going out thinking like, hey, this person's gonna buy me this food anymore. Nowadays it's 50-50, dude. Straight down, split the bill, dude. Your tab in half and my tab is half too. Now, do you want to pay it all, or we could do it together? Let's go half and half. Facts 100, dude. That's the new tab for 2026, dude. Everybody's half and half, dude. Yours is yours, shit. Mine is mine, dude. I'm not even mad at you. Hey, I was watching the statistics, y'all, right? And it was talking about relationships and like how a lot of men, I guess, nowadays don't be looking for a relationship now. And like me, I haven't looked for a relationship since 2017, bro. And it's like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I don't really like think of it as a bad thing. It's not like I just think like, hey, I'm single and shit. But then now I really look at it, I'm like, damn, from 2017 to now, I've been pushing solidly single. And like, I'm happy. Like, it's crazy. Motherfucker over here, like, nigga, you would think it'd be the opposite. Nigga, ain't you supposed to be worn out? Nah, nigga, I'm up and at it. How you doing, ladies? God damn, dude. Fuck. Nobody told me this shit was gonna turn the opposite. I thought it would go the other way, dude. Fuck. I thought after you leave the relationship after 2017, your whole life, nah, dude, ever since then was upgrading. That's why I told you guys, after I was done with that relationship from 2017, bro, I ended up getting that job, like I told you, doing the trucking thing afterwards, which started in 2019. I really got booming on it. So it was like, it was hella cool about it to kind of, I went to work instead of me stressing about like, oh damn, like this female I thought wanted to be with me, wanted to be with me. Instead of me thinking like that, I just was like, hey, I'm finna go get some money. And then the best part about it is I was able to make music, able to keep creating the sodas, keep creating the merch. Obviously, Danny, because you bought some merch personally. Shout out to Danny. Only a few people that got merch. That's one of my real ones. And he grabbed some merch. And it's just like, one thing that I thought was so cool about that is now I can look at it and like, I understand, And it happened such in a great way, like, for me to understand it and give me a better perspective. That's why I like people be like, Red, like, how do you be so single? It's called I understand I'm supposed to be single. It's not that I didn't like before I used to always be like, okay, I'm not supposed to be single. Let me go holla at this female. But now it's like I understand I'm meant to be single, I'm supposed to be single, and that's how it's supposed to be. And I've known that since 2017. And it's been a nice good 9 years of knowing like I've learned a lot. I've fucking done a lot. Look at all the albums I've done since then. Like, if you look at all the catalogs I've done, dude, it's amazing, yo. It's amazing. I love you, Danny. Much love, bro. I appreciate you. He said facts. I'm gonna start reading these. He said Google is a one-road thing now. Fuck it. Dude, Facts. I may have started listening to Mac Dre later in mid 20s, but when I grew up the portion of the area, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I said when you said 2005 YouTube started, you said in July 2005. That's why I said Mac Dre was just passed away in 2004. So YouTube's like 1 year after Mac Dre. So it's all still like fresh too. You know, Dre wasn't around then too. That's why I say YouTube's done a lot. When you really look at since 2005 to now, right? That's only 21 years pretty much. And in 21 years, YouTube's done changed this whole world, bro. It's kind of crazy. But not only giving us a platform where we can now direct, I could DM you now through YouTube. But now, not only that, giving a platform where we could build, create. We all creators. Danny, you gonna get your plaque too, bro. You a creator too, my boy. I know you just thinking you on YouTube dropping some comments, my nigga, but at the end of the day, you got a channel, nigga. The plaque gonna come to you for sure. You got the channel. That's why I keep trying to tell everybody. It doesn't matter who you is. You might not think you gonna have a channel today or in the future, dude. Trust me, your plaque is coming too, nigga. If you got this channel, just keep working towards it. That's the thing, and that's why I want everybody to understand. Because I used to think like that. Like I said, I started my YouTube back in 2015. So that was 10 years after YouTube was already started. So I started 10 years late on YouTube. But the cold part was I was already making music back then, and I was on YouTube back then. Like, I think the first video I dropped on YouTube was 2007. So that was what, 2 years? But I'm talking like where I was putting music out. Like, those, you can still look those videos up on YouTube right now of me rapping and shit back when I'm a little ass kid. Back in 2007, I'm rapping with the homies and shit, rapping with the boys. But other than that, it's like, that shit, it's a lot different. Now, like, YouTube changed, like, even my channel changed, and that's why I said I never thought I would have the plaque. But as y'all can see, that's official plaque. And of this channel that we're talking on. You know what I mean? It's not just a plaque for fucking a channel for nothing. Like, look, y'all thinking what the motherfucker say. Read what the motherfucker says. And that's why I say I don't try and show this for y'all for nothing. This motivation for y'all. If I could do it, you could do it too. Your plaque coming too. Danny, your plaque coming. And that's why I said you finna have one of these just like Red, bro. I didn't think I would have that motherfucker. Now look, the motherfucker say Lil Red Ghetto Moving Boy. And we trying to get more things with that. You feel me? And the best part is we created that ourselves. That's one thing I like, like we created the Little Red Ghetto Movement Boy. Like, I was already a Ghetto Movement Boy, but then I was going by that Little Dre back then. And then, they switched it around from the little DRE to the RED, which was kind of cool about it too, because, it wasn't like I was trying to ride Mac Dre's wave with the little DRE. It was more a Little Red. And then what made it even more better, because I was always wearing red, so it was like, it's red. And I thought that's made it 10 times better. But then not only that, was with that Ghetto Movement Boys, like, I want to say shout out to everybody, when I was doing the Thiz Latin and I was pushing with Thiz Latin. Shout out to everybody that was around me during that time. But like I said, I found out, they messaged me and let me know I was never officially Thiz Latin. And I think a lot of people, like, I didn't really like know at the time. I thought I was official when I was rocking with him. I thought it was all official. Like, I'm official Thiz Latin, I helped start. Like, it wasn't like I helped start the actual Thiz Latin part, but I just thought at that time with the camp that I was starting with, because, they had different branches of Thiz Latin. You had Thiz Latin Modesto, Thiz Latin everywhere. Uh, I thought that's what I would have been a part of. And so when I hit up Toes and I hit up them, and I'm talking to them and they don't, people like, hey, they never let me know you on anything with us. You ain't a part of what we doing. That's when I found out, I wasn't part of Thiz Latin. So a lot of y'all wonder why the name ain't Lil Red Thiz Latin. I'm going to do this one time because I don't even like speaking about it. It used to be Little Red Thiz Latin. now is Lil Red Ghetto Movement Boy. Now the reason why is I had to remove the Thiz Latin out of my name for some reasons I ain't gonna speak on. We're gonna let it be bygones and leave it where it is. But the thing is, I like it that way too, cause now look what I did. I got my plaque with my Ghetto Movement Boys. You know what I mean? I already been pushing the Ghetto Movement Boys, so it was kind of like a cool thing that I like about Toes, and like, they kind of, some people won't give him his flowers, but I give him his flowers where like he made me more of an independent artist doing that. Like understanding that I wasn't this Latin, understanding, like, every person's got an artist place and stay in your place, and like, and when you're not a part of a label, don't think you're a part of it. And that's when I started to be my own label, you feel me? And that was the best part about it, bro. Because once I became my own label, I did my own thing, you know what I mean? And some people don't know how that works. And it's like, that's why I say I'm blessed to be independent. A lot of people can't say they're independent with all the stuff that I've done. They would have already signed away. Nah, I didn't, dude. And that's why I guess it makes me a target since I didn't sign, y'all. A lot of artists nowadays would rather sign and go with the flow. Nah, I did my own thing. Started my own wave. And that's why I appreciate you, Danny. I appreciate Dork Vader. Because the few supporters that I do have, and it's not just a few, I got more than y'all, but I keep it small. I like it like that. Hella people be thinking like, oh, because you got a small fan base, that it's not a good fan base. But I was taught the smaller the support, the stronger the support it is. It could be a big group of people, but they might not be a solid big group of supporters. You could have a small group of people and they solid. It's crazy, Let me keep reading on these. Same with the chat GBT too. He said, even for my job, I use Google. Facts, dude. Facts. He said, basically, Google takes 2K on them in case anyone asks 2K. Facts, bro. Fuck it. It's been since Colors you read my mind, bro. That's what I'm saying, dude. Now I'm still going. I see my bad. Hey, Danny's all like, Red, don't forget to read. I'm coming, boy. My bad. I be talking. Slapping Colors by Ice-T right now as we speak. That's why I said that shit was cool. Because even on that song, he's like, you don't know me, fool. You don't own me. Cool. I don't need your assistance. Like, hey, he was gassing that motherfucker, bro. Hey, Ice-T was spazzing, bro. And it's like, and that's exactly what I'm saying. And that's why I try to tell you guys. I think we all understand that. It wasn't like, you want assistance from law enforcement, and that's what that song's about. That's why I love the song, him being on Law and Order. Seeing a different side from Ice-T, but then you got that side of that song that nobody really knows about. And that's probably why that cop felt some type of way when he pulled him over, dude. He was like, oh, still stuck on the Colors instead of thinking about all the Law and Order great things he did. He was just like, he's the one that made that Colors song, motherfucker. He's like, that's exactly how he felt, dude. He said, dude, I'm not pulling over the Law and Order cop. I'm pulling over the dude that said Colors, Colors, Colors. That's exactly how he looked at it. But then it's even more funny because when they called the supervisor, they wrote him a ticket and then let Ice-T go anyway. So either way, Ice-T got a. It was all in his good shit too. It was just for the fun, dude. Once the supervisor came, they knew exactly who he was because they probably watched him on Law and Order. Priceless, bro. Priceless. That shit, yeah, that shit's funny. Hey, by the red, fuck it, with the watch too. I fuck with the watch too. Hey, thank you, bro. Yeah, bro, this fucking shit's cool, bro. It's the Olis. They had sent me this. They sent me this watch, and they sent me like a silver one, and they're cool. They're all right. They run off of fucking what's it called? It says it right here, look on the bottom. What is it again? So it's a chronograph movement, which is silent. So like basically, motherfucker don't make no fucking noise. You don't even hear the motherfucker ticking. You know how they be saying the Rolex and all that shit be ticking and shit? This motherfucker don't be ticking like, you know how they say Rolex don't tick? That's exactly how this motherfucker don't. It don't tick at all. But it has like a certain movement in it. That's why I said it's called a. They said a chronograph movement, and it's. That's why I said it's cool and it's waterproof, water resistant. I mean, I don't never go swimming with this motherfucker, but it is water resistant. Hop in the pool with this bitch. You hear me? You ain't even gotta take it off. Red gonna jump up in the pool and everything except the earphones, nigga. Everything else is staying on. I'm driving right in that bitch. The jewelry ain't coming off. You feel me? Straight up, bro. I appreciate you, Danny. You said much love with the hundreds too. Yee. I got my mugshots on Google from where I county too. You can still find it on Google. See, I wish, dude. They took mine down. You can't even find my old ones. I put them up on my YouTube, but my old ones you can't even put them down because they the charges had got dropped and shit and fucking it wasn't even the charges got dropped, but they got dismissed. That's what I said. Literally, the judge was like, "What happened?" Oh yeah, we're dismissing that. And so after they got dismissed, that's why I said you can't even see the old mugshot with me on that other one too. I had multiple, cause you gotta remember when I told y'all I got arrested for the commercial burglary. That's one mugshot right there. Then I got arrested. Yeah, I've been arrested multiple times, and I'm blessed that. Yeah, we're blessed. Say less. I'm glad I'm not getting no more. We sitting our ass down, bro. That's why I'm trying to teach y'all and I know Danny, and all my other people that know, but this is to any younger generation that's watching this or wanting to follow my footsteps. I don't want you to follow my footsteps. What I want you to do is create your own. And not only to create your own footsteps, don't follow my lead on how to create your footsteps, don't walk my path. But what I want you to do is create your own path and do the opposite of what I do. And hopefully it'll lead you into a brighter place than where I gone. I've been in a dark spot and I try to lead people out of it. And the best way I could do is give advice to any younger generation or anybody on this planet is like I said, I don't want nobody to walk through my shoes. My shoes are a little bit too heavy for anybody to wear. But what I would like for somebody to do is to recommend you not have to walk through any of your shoes or make your shoes heavy like mine was, you know what I mean? And if I could give that advice, that's where that comes into play. And I think that's a great thing. Some people don't do that for the younger generation, but I know me doing it, it might save somebody for today or might stop somebody from making a bad choice just by, hey, think it through, younger generation. Take your time, take a time out. I understand, you might get angry sometimes, but there's ways to go relieve that anger too, bro. And I think it's something that we all could deal with on this planet. And when we deal with things that don't make us happy, don't get mad about it. Try to work around it and go with the flow and fix it. And that's something I'm working on too. I'm not saying I'm perfect either, because I'm not. I got a lot of flaws. I think a lot of people understand that. Yeah, facts, nigga. He said 100 facts, dude. Yeah, I got a lot of flaws. And I ain't afraid to admit it. That's why I said that's a lot of shit that I work on, man. That's why I want to, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I'm a picture perfect man for any female. That's why I don't ever go looking for a female, because I'm not picture perfect. But what I could do is brighten up your day and make your life a little better and funner. Give you a little bit of energy you ain't never had before, baby. That's all we could do. You feel me? Other than that, I ain't trying to be like I'm finna make your life some Prince Charming shit, because that's not what I come from. I come from the ghetto. I'm a ghetto movement boy. So what I'm gonna tell you is I'm gonna get you through real life, baby, and you gonna make it through nice and smooth. You feel me? And that's what we do, man. I think a lot of guys is on the same page, kind of like that too. We all on the same page. It's not that we just get into it like that, but that's how we is. And especially like older heads. Most definitely like me, all the older generation be thinking like me, bro. We ain't out here trying to be on no bullshit. Niggas be wondering why Red don't be over here just sitting here with drinks and partying and all that. We don't be good. Trust me, dude, we can do all that. The best thing for Red to do is sit here, chop it up with my boy Danny. We spitting facts, boy. He's chopping it up in the live right now. Do we need this? Let me read some more of these comments, bro. I'm gonna go back through it. My bad, I've been talking. I got my mugshot, rubbernecking too, as well as we call it. Rubbernecking as well as we call it. Facts. No one goes half nowadays either. Now, facts, bruh. They want the whole pie. They don't even want to take a slice. They want the whole pie. Facts. You tell them take a slice. He said, nigga don't want to let me take a slice. Just let me taste the pie. When it's supposed to be other around. Nigga, let me take a slice. I just want to taste the pie. That's how these niggas be, bro. They want the whole fucking pie. Nigga, take a slice, nigga. That's the crazy part I like about how Mac Dre said that. He's like, a nigga don't want to take a slice. Nigga just want to taste the pie. That nigga was cold for that shit. Said, nigga, I offered a nigga a slice. This nigga tried to taste my pie, nigga. You know what I mean? Niggas out to do some shit. Nigga, I gave you a slice, nigga. You trying to taste my whole pie, nigga. It's 50-50, nigga. Oh, bro, that's what I'd be loving if I go to eat with my boys or we go out to eat. Because, like how you said with the 50-50, dude, it'd be funny because next, we come through and the waiter person don't even be knowing who's paying the tab. They be trying to figure out, you paying the tab? Y'all all paying the tab? Who's paying, dude? Y'all all pull it out. We'll all cover it, baby. That's it. Don't worry, we covered, dude. That's all that matters, dude. We ain't eating for free. We up in this bitch covered. Shit, dude. You feel me? 100, dude. We've had to happen multiple times, dude, where they come and they're just like, who's paying for this? We all are. All of y'all? We all are. Hey, the waiter's gonna be like, well, damn, dude, I need a bigger tab. Nah, bitch, leave the tab the way it is. It's one person, one order, dude. Don't just try to fucking add multiple, dude. It'll be like 5 each one, dude. Nah. That's how it be, Danny, for real, my boy. That's really how it be. Hey, and then it's even more funny because, right, when you go to a restaurant, sometimes, all right, so like one time I went to a restaurant, right, and I went with the thing of 7, right, and we were 7 people deep, and fucking, they didn't have no room for us to sit. This is at round table, and they didn't have no room for us, so they made us like our own little room. I don't know if you guys ever seen where round table and them, they be having like these private party rooms in the back and birthday rooms where you just have pizza and chill. So next thing you know, I'm in this big ass room with all these people, bro, chilling in this motherfucker. Bro, straight VIP status. And then the cool part about it was like, when we fucking get to getting everything in there, we're all in there. I think the capacity was like 10 or something. We were like 30 or something. We were way past the capacity. We had that motherfucker maxed out. And it was hella pizza. It was the one right there off of, what's that shit? You know which road I'm talking about. Hold on, it's coming to me. What's that road? What's that road? Hold on. It's coming to me. What's that road? Oh, it's right there by Highway 12. You know which one I'm talking about, though. Before, if you were to go towards, like, it's right after the 3rd. So it goes the 3rd, then the road, then Highway 12. What's that road? Occidental. That's what it was. I remember, nigga. Oh, fuck, I remember. I don't know how I remember, but I didn't remember that motherfucker. Yeah, right there on Occidental. So that road right there. So yeah, the one on Occidental fucking round table. Right by West 3rd. You know which one I'm talking about. That's the one I was talking about, yep. And they got the rooms in the back, bro. Yeah, that shit came so right around the corner from ghetto ass KFC, nigga. That KFC that everybody's scared to go to, cause you gonna go eat that KFC and you'll never come back, nigga. That's gonna be the last KFC you get at that West 3rd, dude. I don't go there, dude. Fuck. Only the real ones know, dude. I would much rather go hit the KFC on fucking the one off what's that shit called? Would it be Nah, is it Pine? I would say no. It's not Pine. What's that road called? I guess that would be Cleveland. Cleveland. Yeah, on Cleveland. So I'd much rather hit the one on Cleveland than hit the motherfucker one on West Third. I'm just saying that shit ghetto as fuck. That shit ghetto as a motherfucker, dude. The one on Cleveland smack. And then the one in the dub, the one up in the other city going toward the dub, that motherfucker's way better because you got the A&W with the KFC. That's like a double win. Yeah, no, we got KFC up here too. I'm shocked KFC still doing great, y'all. They in business, they still booming, man. It's a great thing. What's up with y'all, man? It's been a great live, man. Let me keep going, Danny. I'm gonna read. I'm still going. Don't think I ain't finna finish. For surely I'm gonna read all of them before you. Nah, it's a good thing, bro. He said, honestly, nothing bad. What I've been single since the beginning of 22, honestly. That's what I'm saying. It's nice, bro. Um, me, it's been a long time. So, yeah, I guess since 2017 till now, I mean, what? The last time I was with her was 29. We back. So, look, hold on. Yeah, at the 2019, my bad, Danny. It keep cutting out. Hold on. I'm probably going to get off because I could tell my service fucking up. But he said, hey, he said nothing since the beginning. That's why I said, so 2019, I ain't really been in a relationship since then. You know what I mean? Like, after that, that's when my lady was living with me. Like I said, that's when it was crazy, bro, having a female live with you and you waking up every day. So it was a good vibe. But like I said, ever since then, I'm not looking for that no more. And it's a great thing, you know? Because I think when you start to not look for that companionship, you start to understand, nigga, your companion's with yourself. Self love is very important. And I think that's one thing that I probably taught you too from 2022 to now. It's been 4 years. You're by yourself. You start to understand, it's bad being alone. And it's not bad being together either. That's why I said I think females don't get it. We be open, but we just ain't looking. And I think a lot of females don't understand that with men nowadays. They probably are all open. They're like, men just ain't looking. Nah, they ain't looking. That's the whole point. They open. They just ain't looking. And it's not just all men. I'm not talking for all men, but I'm saying like men are, if they like me, where, me, I'm, look, to myself, sticking to myself, just chilling. I'm just posted right here chopping it up. So if they like me where they're at home in their homebody, or what people call a hermit mode, I wouldn't call it a hermit mode. That's called I like to stick to myself, dude. We like to have it up. And so self love is most definitely important. So yeah, since 2019, yeah, I've had a lot change. That's all I said. Since then to now, like my perspective, the way I try to talk and treat people has got to be better now. I don't want to be such a, like how they said, your mouthpiece is being so negative. I can understand. I had a trash mouth. I even told everybody too since the beginning. Like I growing up, we was talking shit. We've been talking shit. We've been talking shit since the early ages. That's normal with us. That shit run in the family talking shit. Okay. So I can't say that I was always saying positive things because now when talking shit ain't you talking shit. Ain't nothing sweet about it. You feel me? That's why I say I'm a shit talker. There's a big difference. Like, golly, a shit talker is a person that gets to talking that shit that you ain't trying to hear, but he's speaking some facts. And they don't like to hear the shit I be saying, but once I get to saying it, they be like, damn, he's speaking facts. That nigga shit talking. Or shit talking to the bank. Trying to shit. Nigga, I gotta fart. Oh, golly, Red. Hey, also you can feel my Drew Down certified slapper. Hey, Drew Down legendary in the sugar free. You can put on game two. Come on for the Panoma Cali. Hey, Pomona Cali, dude. People don't understand, dude. Pomona's got some great artists. Not only sugar free though, but just other people, dude. Like there isn't that one dude. There's another dude that's an artist, bro, and he's like a light skinned rapper that's like kind of like he got game, you know, but he be rapping and he be wearing like cheetah shit. He be smooth, bro. Like I'm gonna find him and get his name, bro. I don't know his name exactly right now, but I know you've seen him before, cause he's one of those rappers that be in the Bay and like he be hella smooth. He remind me of Kid and Play. He looked just like Play, but instead for the Bay. Yeah, you feel me? You gonna know him once I find him, Danny. I'm gonna send you that shit. You gonna start laughing. He legendary, bro. Facts. How do I go live? I've been trying to figure out. So how do you go live? So for anybody that's wondering how to go live, so first, let's start this off so I make sure everybody knows. So to go live, I think you need what is it, 500 or 500 or 1,000? It's 1,000. So they want 1,000 subscribers. They want yeah. So 1,000 subscribers. They want five. I think it's 5,000 watch hours. And these are all the certain things that you have to be able to be monetized. Now to be able to go live, now like how you're saying you want to go live right now, you would just click the bottom plus button, and it would say it should take you. Let me make sure I can see what it says. Okay, so it don't tell me on here. So when you go to the plus, I'm pretty sure it's going to say like upload a video short, this, that, and then it should pop up with a thing that says live. Or you could swipe to the side. You know, it's different for iPhones and Androids. But Androids, you would press the plus, and then it either give you a list, or you could swipe over where it says like short, live, you know, video, post. Like it gives you different things you could swipe to. So that's what that is that plus right here at the bottom. I don't know if it's on your screen. There's a plus. There should be a plus in the middle. If you click on your YouTube icon, there'll be a plus. And when you go to that plus, you should be able to click on it, and it'll tell you what requirements you need to meet going live. And I'm pretty sure just to go live, what is it? I think it's 100 subscribers or 500. It might be 500 now. But you only need 500 subscribers or something. Like, it's very simple to go live on YouTube. So most definitely, please look into that, Danny, because that's a great thing. I think you'd be great for live. I'd be laughing. Bike life, I would be having me dying, dude. Just don't fall off no bikes on the live. But most definitely have some fun, dude. Tear up some shit with the BMW, dude. Vroom, vroom. Put the BMW on live. You could just do that. Go to a swap meet with the car on the live. That shit legendary. I remember back when I first met you at the skate park, your old rap name was Lil Dre. I was like, what about Lil Ray? Because it still has three letters. Facts. Mixed it up a little bit. Facts, bro. And that's the crazy part. That's why I said instead of the DRE, it's got switched to the RED. And then it makes it even better like that, you know? Because like I said, me being the ghetto movement boy now, it's Lil Red Ghetto Movement Boy. And it wasn't wrong with Thiz Latin. Nothing wrong, you know. Shout out to Thiz Latin. Shout out to Gotos. Everybody from Thiz Latin. But it was like, I understand. I was trying to ride something that wasn't mine to be riding, you know. That was a label that I wasn't a part of. That was a label that I thought I was a part of. That was a label that, you know, I got told by somebody that I was a part of. And I started to push. Like, I was pushing the label like it was mine. And I had no rights to be doing that. You get what I'm saying? And I had no rights to be pushing it without Gold Toes' permission, nor did I have the right to even have it in my name, let alone, you know, once they told me to take it down, I removed it. And, you know, and I'm blessed that I did, you know, facts, 100, you know what I mean? I removed that soon. I even let Toes know, you know? I'm thankful I get to work with a legendary person like him, you know? It's nice to be able to work with legends, let alone him from San Francisco. But it's like I understand now, you know, when you doing something or you creating music, create your own thing, but not only create your own thing, if you're gonna try and do something off somebody else's music, get their permission first. And I kind of dealt with that with Mozzie too, you know. And Mozzie could tell anybody this. Like, even if I get famous, he'll vouch for it right now. Like, he had told me, like, I had some logo on my shirt, and he was like, who told you to put that on there? And I put it on there. And like I told him I did. And Mozzie's like, that? He's like, shit, like, at least you let me know, but just don't do that. Like, don't be just putting shit on your clothing when it's not yours. But I fuck with you for really keeping it 100 and letting me know you did it. A lot of people wouldn't even do that. And like, ever since then, it made me more tight with Mozzie too on that shit. And like I said, I don't really fuck with Mozzie like that on music. I ain't never made a song with him, but I've been to shows with him. I watched him perform. He had just dropped that Blotted song when we were popping and doing all the shows and the tours, the One Mob days. And so, like, one thing that I liked about it that it taught me when he told me that, and hearing it from Mozzie telling me that, it gave me much more respect for him as me being an upcoming artist, seeing him as a big artist, you know, let alone I'm rocking around with him personally. But then it was like it gave me a better perspective on like even though you know I might be hanging out with somebody or like let's say I go kick it with anybody, barefoot anybody, you know, and I'm helping push their logo, like even Jay Stalin, the Live Wire. You know, I used to rock live wire clothing. I love live wire clothing. But then I started to understand, like, I'm rocking live wire clothing and shit, but like, that's Jay Stalin's clothing, you know what I mean? I'm over here, I can't be like just rocking it like it's my clothing when it's not my clothing, it's his clothing. And that's kind of the same thing with this Latin, you know? It wasn't like it was my label, so I was rocking the label without it really being my label. I was doing it without Toes' permission, and I was blessed to be able to tell Go Toes and work it out with Go Toes and actually get a better relationship with Toes afterwards, which is kind of crazy because that shows you like life works out like that. You can have like a bad relationship from the beginning on like you know, hey, why are you doing this? And that's why I said, or why are you using this in your name? And I thought he had, it wasn't that I didn't think I had permission. I got told, I even showed him the messages. Like, I thought I had permission. I thought you knew too. And like, but they never let Go Toes know. And that's when I knew, like, damn, there's a lot of people that do shit behind my back without letting the main people know. You know what I mean? And so then it sucks because then I'm getting told shit for somebody else's shit. And then the horse has to come ask me personally. And when they ask me personally, then they find out they're like, damn, it wasn't really you that did that shit. And so, yeah, that kind of happened with that, you know, and that's where that comes into play, Danny. I'm not this Latin no more. It's not that I was never this Latin to begin with. I rocked with this Latin. I did shows. I traveled with Tone Loc from this Latin, all of them. But I was never this Latin, and I can say that, you know. And a lot of people thought I was this Latin, but I wasn't. I was a ghetto movement boy, and as you can see, I'm a ghetto movement boy. I'm a Little Red ghetto movement boy, and I've been that. And I've been saying ghetto movement boys before I even knew what this Latin was around was. So that's why I like that I was able to do the ghetto movement boys. This is something I've been saying since the early age. The only difference is I was just trying to figure out a way how I wanted to bring it to life and make the ghetto movement boy pop out, you know? Because at the end of the day, when I kept telling everybody, I'm like, my name is Lil Red Ghetto Movement Boy. I'll just introduce myself, Lil Red Ghetto Movement Boy. Everybody's like, that shit's way too long. Your fucking name is too long, Lil Red Ghetto Movement Boy. So I just started doing Lil Red G&B, remember? Yep, that's when we started doing just this Red G&B, Lil Red G&B. And so that's why I said, but before that, only a few people know, which you're one of them, Danny. A few of my few people know. You know, before all that gang stalking shit happened to your boy, and they were gang stalking, following your boy around, before all that, I used to go by Little Red Thiz Latin. Now, it's Little Red Ghetto Movement Boy. And that's where that comes into play. And that's why I said, you know, it was a great thing to learn that, you know. And that's why I said I was happy. You know, I had a lot of people that were around me that were the Thiz Latin stuff too. And I thought they were a part of, you know, me being a part of the stuff. But then, like I said, I found out I wasn't even officially Thiz Latin. It made me learn at an early age. Like, I wasn't official. I just thought I was official with, you know, with what they were doing. And so now I understand that now, you know, and I took the Thiz Latin out of my name. I don't use Thiz Latin at all in any of my songs. I don't use the word Thiz Latin in my music. I don't put it up like I'm Thiz Latin. Yeah, I used to be around them. I still talk with a lot of people. The president of Thiz Latin right now, I talk with the VP plus Gotos. I talk with still both of them. But no, I am not Thiz Latin, and I was blessed to say I could work. I worked with Thiz Latin, and I got to watch Thiz Latin grow. But no, I am not Thiz Latin, and a lot of people thought I was Thiz Latin, even back in the day. And like I said, my name was Lil Red Thiz Latin 530, but like I said, I had put that up without Gold Toes' permission because I thought the people that I was working with got the permission from Gold Toes, but it turns out they didn't. And yeah, we live and we learn, dude. It was a great learning lesson for me as an artist to know, like, hey, you might think these people let somebody know that you're on their label, and then you got to go ask the horse's mouth itself. And next thing you know, when Toes told me I wasn't on the label, I'm like, damn, dude, these dudes said they let you know, and now you're telling me they didn't let you know? Like, yeah, so it gave me a whole different perspective about it. And then not only that, it gave me a different perspective with like on how I want to work with artists now, or like, how I don't try to sugarcoat nothing like that, because like I said, using somebody's label and not letting them know, that's already fucked up, It made me feel hella bad already. That's why I already felt like I had to do a lot of work with the music with Toes. Like after that, me and Toes, we started dropping a bunch of music. Like all that music that y'all seen, that was with Toes. And the crazy part about it is, I think that's kind of where I had to kind of do that, was because of that. I had to make up for it. Like at the end of the day, it wasn't like I kind of had to, but it was already righteous to do it. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Toes was already giving me an opportunity to be able to put the music on all platforms and iTunes and stuff. But not only that, he was giving me the opportunity. He was giving me a chance when nobody else did. And that's one thing I was blessed. Him and A1. I just told A1 thank you the other day. I just talked to both of them and said thank you. Like shit, years later, like I still look back, thank you and appreciate everything. None of it goes unnoticed with me, dude. I think a lot of people are different. They take that shit and just blow it over to me. Every little thing. When they took me around with them and I wasn't even old enough, they didn't have to. They were doing me a favor by showing me like, what the industry was like and what's really going on, and like it was cool, bro. And that's why I said I appreciate Gotos, but no, as a man, I am not this Latin. And that's Gotos' thing. Gotos is the CEO of this Latin. He started this Latin. That's his label, and he'll let you know and vouch. I'm not part of the label. I thought I was, like I said, but I worked it out with him, and he could vouch about all of this shit. You know what I mean? I thought I was, and once I messaged him, I became like this. I connected with Toes and became like that with Go Toes connected. But it wasn't such a close connection until then. That's why I said before Toes was like, who is you? I don't even know you. Who is you? And so then I had to realize, I'm under a label with a guy that doesn't even know who I am. So that's when I took the Thiz Latin out of my name, because it's like, how you gonna be under a label when the guy even told you you're not under his label. So once I heard it from the horse's mouth, that's why I said it was a better perspective. That's why I don't like when people come asking me about some he say shit about me, because unless you hearing it from me, don't believe what none of these people talking about. That's what I said. And just like with Toes, I thought these people were a part of his label. So when they told me to put the Thiz Latin up, I thought I had the approval from Gotos. But instead, that was just some random middleman people. So when I hit up Gotos himself, what did I do? Respectfully, like they said, I removed it from my name respectfully, like they told me, and took the Thiz Latin down. And like I said, I'm not Thiz Latin. Shout out to Gotos. That's what they do. They is like, man, that's their label. I'm a Ghetto Movement Boys. I got my own label. And I'm blessed, you know, I'm blessed. I got to work with GT and all them. But no, I am not GT. I'm not this Latin. Like I said, I found that the hard way. I thought I was a part of all that shit, but I'm not. And so it's a great lesson for everybody, you know. Some people don't understand it, you know. I'm glad I do, you know. I understood at an early age. That's why I said I'm blessed. I'm still independent. I've never sold my catalog. I still own all my rights and stuff. Some people sell their catalogs right away and then they lose all those rights and now you don't get that back. Me, I never want to sell out anyways because I ain't never really had shit to sell out. What the fuck I'm selling out for? You like you feel me? What the fuck? I'm finna sign my life away. Do you not understand? My life is already hell, okay? There ain't nothing to sign away, dude. You just added to come on now, dude. You obviously don't know my real life. That's why I look at people and be like, they be thinking my life's so sweet. And I'm like, bro, you take your shoes off and put your foot in these motherfuckers. I'm telling you, would not want to fucking do that. Your eyes is gonna change. Your whole eyes will change, I promise you. Look, I promise you, your eyes are gonna change. Okay? You ain't ready to see the shit that Red does see. Trust me. With that being said, go on about your motherfucking day. And I don't give a fuck if you've been to war or whatever, dude. You still ain't seen the shit that I've been through. Trust me. Because I've been to war too. So we both got that part. And your eyes don't look nothing like mine. That's how I be speaking facts, bro. I love it, bro. It's amazing. And that's why I said it's a good and a bad thing, you know? It's fucked up because the way I was raised coming from Oakland and Richmond, you know, it's already that I don't give a fuck attitude. And I try not to live by that. You know what I mean? Like my family lives by that. That's literally models that my family live by. That I don't give a fuck attitude. Oh, nah, nigga, we gonna react to shit. Oh, nigga, they tripping? Oh, we tripping too. You feel me? And so I try not to live like that, but best believe I understand, you know, when it's needed to be there and get, and that time is there, yeah, Red, it could get like that. It been like that. It ain't nothing new. It been like that. So just know when you think it's gotten like that and it's like, whoa, where did this come out of no, it's been like that. And it can get like that. That's why Red just be chilling, bro. That's why I said I try not to be a that's the thing when you're like me, right? And you put down as a violent person, you put down, like, you know, I'm on papers as being violent. I'm on papers that I've done some harmful things, like, you know, I can't even speak on harmful things, like where I've really left some shit stumped over the curve type shit. You know what I mean? And like, this is shit that I've actually got documented for. So with that being said, I don't like to just be cocky about it. I don't go around being bragging like I done stamped some shit because that's what y'all do. We don't brag about what we stamping. We stamping and damping. That's all we doing. We ain't finna brag about shit. Fuck the bragging, dude. Straight up. And that's how I feel about it, bro. And that's what anybody I've got to deal with, like, in life, you know? That's good or bad. That's whether, you know, somebody tries to say something about me. Like, that's why I said I've had so many people come up to me, oh, you're different now. Or this person says you acting crazy like this. Nah, motherfucker, I asked from the horse's mouth, nigga, and I'm still the same fucking Red. Now, what I am looking at is you acting different, and I'm finna move the fuck away from your ass. Okay? I'm just starting to notice. That's all. Red ain't different. Red just noticing and starting to act accordingly to what I'm noticing. That's all. That's why I said, dude, even with the gang stalking shit back in 2017 when they was gang stalking me coming to the house, the female Christine literally came in and was like, do you know you're being gang stalked right now? Like, what the fuck? When a girl asks you that, how do you like confront somebody without like tripping? And then the best part is you don't get to tripping. The best thing you do is just keep it to yourself and just be like, let them keep stalking. They've been stalking Red for the last 2017 till now, dude. Long time. And it's been longer than that. I got proof from before that, but goddamn. It's like, holy shit, I'm getting old, y'all. Holy fuck. Can Red just get to living and relax? And then the cold part, they be telling me I be the one stalking people, but y'all been gang stalking me for so long. How the fuck we the one stalking y'all? Y'all still follow me? Like he said 100. Straight up facts, dude. That's just what I'm just trying to get to, bro. Okay? I love everybody. I love the country. I love everybody, bro. But when you trying to say I'm harassing you and you're following me, make that make sense, dude. That don't make no fucking sense, nigga. Cause anybody that know Red, I'm walking away, dude. I'm going the other way, nigga. It's self-explanatory. I've been like that since an early age, and I'm not gonna be no different, dude. I'm gonna always be like that, dude. I'd rather walk away from the bullshit. That's like when the dudes, look, Danny, you were on the live, right? So as y'all seen, you could go back to the lives a couple. This one dude came and tried to sell me, some stuff, but he was a law enforcement officer trying to sell me the stuff. Now, I know he's a law enforcement officer. Like, obviously, he was an undercover, but I knew what he was. You know what I mean? And so when he comes and he's trying to sell me these things, I got it all on video. And the dude's like, can I get some? He's like, do you got some clean? Do you got some of this? Do you got some of that? And he's asking me. And I'm like, bro, no, I don't got nothing for you. Now, what I do got is some food. You hungry? And as soon as I said, you got some food, I got some food. You look, you see the 100, my boy Danny, I ain't offering you, I can offer you some food. I can offer you some help for a place to sleep. I can offer something that you can really utilize to help grow. And so look, when I said that, bro, why this motherfucker said, oh, okay. Yeah. 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 What the fuck? You ain't hungry no more? You ain't starving? I thought you was homeless. Oh, you playing homeless. Oh, yeah, because you just ate. You ain't even hungry. And that's when I knew, bro. I'm like, oh my God, bro. I just seen it all, dude. So then after I done left that dude, right? I leave him. I move from one dude, right? I leave that guy and I'm like, bro, what type of setup shit is this? That's some entrapment shit. And I got it all on video. It's all on YouTube. It's all recorded. It was in the live. And so I was like, what type of entrapment shit is this? So I move away from that dude, which, like I said, I knew he was an undercover law enforcement. And then I went to the other dude, right? And there's another guy. Now he's asking me, trying to buy the same thing. So the same question this nigga just asked that I just told him I could offer you some food. I can't help you with whatever else you asking, but I can ask you to help you with some food. This other dude comes over. Look, Daddy put the laughing face. This other dude comes over and now he starts asking. And the same shit that I just denied this motherfucker on. Now I know this dude heard it because I was yelling at this motherfucker how I am right now. Like, bruh, I can help you with some food. I can't help you with something else, bro. I literally said it like that. I can help you with some food. I can't help you with whatever else you're looking for. I'm not no fix, bro. If you think I'm finna fix your drug fix, dude, because I'm not one of those, dude. Okay? I understand I'm black. I look like a D-boy, but we ain't selling no D-boy drugs like that, my friend. So you better go down the street to Tom, Sharon, or Carol and go get your drugs down the street from them because you're not going to get them from me because I don't sell drugs, okay? I got some water or food. I give you a little bit of money, go get some food, okay? So now I'm talking to this other guy. Now the dude, like I said, he asked me the same fucking question. So now I'm really ready to sock this motherfucker in the face. But I know he's an undercover cop, so you don't want to hit him. You don't want to punch none of these niggas. These niggas undercovers. So leave them for real, right? So this is how real this shit. I just tell you, none of y'all can ever go through fit in my shoes, right? So look, this nigga undercover, you don't want to punch the nigga, let alone the other undercovers backups right around the corner, nigga, for to get on your ass that you didn't mad. He already mad you didn't buy the drugs, so he ready watching his backup. So now you got two teammates of undercovers working together, right? So look, this is where it gets even more good. So now the other dude's like, bro, you got this, I got you. I'm like, bro, I just told dude, nah, I ain't got you. So now I tell him straight up, nah, bro, And I start walking away. Just like I said, I hit them with the, let me move away from what the, these niggas, oh yeah, they try. I just started, oh, I'm just like, yeah, they doing way too much. Let me move away from you motherfuckers. You niggas ain't the crowd that I want to be around, you know. Y'all undercovers for one, dude. Let alone y'all ain't trying to help me build and take, y'all trying to entrap me. We see what the fuck going on, dude. So now I move away, right? As soon as I'm walking away, y'all, these people are following me. So now I'm like, what the fuck y'all keep following me for, nigga? I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm walking away and you motherfuckers are still following. Like, nigga, damn, bro. I just told you both, no, I'm not your fucking hope dealer or dope dealer. I'm the hope dealer, not the dope dealer, okay? I can give you some hope. I can't give you no dope. There's a big difference, okay? That's all I got to offer you. Some hope, some food, and some water, dude. I ain't offering you no dope. You better go find that shit from Terry, and Cheryl, and Karen down the road, or Carol. You know, they all got it down at the crack house. We know they do. Go take your ass down the street. Get the fuck away from me asking me, bro. And so look, this is where it even more funny. So now look, I telling them and I confronted them both. So now they're both hella mad because I'm calling them both out, right? So I call them both out, bro. Fucking the helicopter flies over all this shit. And as soon as I call them both out, I walk back to my car, bro. Because like I said, I walked away. So now I'm walking away from like, because I'm about to get mad, bro. Because like I'm walking away and you motherfuckers are still following me. And I just told you motherfuckers, I ain't trying to get no dope, nigga. I ain't got no dope for you. I ain't got nothing. I got hope for you, okay? I got hope. And you need some hope in your life. Because you motherfuckers ain't listening to the goddamn word I'm telling you. Why the fuck y'all following me? So now I'm walking away, right? And so I get back to my car, bro. I can't even make this up, y'all. So as soon as I'm pulling out, they over there trying to run me down. So as I'm pulling out of this little parking lot, out of this, it's like a fairground thing. They trying to run me down, right? So they're like, ah, trying to tell me to stop and shit. So I'm over here, I turn up the music. So as soon as I get the vibe and I got the music up, you know, the subs in, because I had the 12s in the trunk at that time. So I had the two 12s, the kickers hitting, and I'm slapping, right? Next, you know, as soon as I'm slapping, fucking two cops come. So now we got two cops coming. So now I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, damn, dude, I'm slapping big subs, dude. Here comes two cops coming, right? This shit funny as fuck. It's like a fucking movie, yo. So now two cops come, bro. I'm over here like, turn down the bass, because the subs, you know, you can't have no loud music, man. So I'm like, turn down the subs. I'm over here trying to, oh fuck, get the subs down, bro. This motherfucking slumping, nigga. And so look, when I come by the cops, bro, I'm coming by right here. Look, I'm driving out because, like I said, I left them. So I'm already walked away from the other two undercurrents. But I'm like, nigga, let me get to this other car. So now I get to my car and I'm over here jumping in. I'm like, shit, let me start this shit. So like I said, I got the subs. As soon as I see them start pulling towards me, I pull out and go back around the gravel. Cause like I said, I'm in like a gravel parking lot. Cause it's a fairgrounds, you know? So like I pull back around and go back around to go back out towards the cops, right? And like I said, I ain't got no bass on. Nigga, I had a hat. I'm taking off my hat. I'm like, nigga, we looking pretty damn good. Like, hold on, oh shit. Oh, that's my hair. I'm thinking I got clipped. My bad, y'all. I thought we was looking bad right there. Looking shabby. You almost thought we had some fuzzies. Hold on, nah. But look, so next thing you know, I start to go around, right? And I'm turning down the bass, bro. I'm turning down the subs, all the shit. And as soon as the cops, because they got their windows down. So now they're just staring at me, bro, just mugging me as they drive by, dude. And like we're driving past each other slow as fuck, y'all. I can't even make this shit up. And as soon as I got like to the end of the section, I just turned the bass up, bro. Just blah! All you heard was that bass knocking on the way out, dude. Hey, and it made it 10 times better, bro. Cause like I swear, bro, I bet you them cops had to talk to those undercovers about that or whatever afterwards, and they were probably like, we ain't never dealt with a nigga that did some shit like that. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Hey, and then the funny part, when I went again, I'm like, dude, like I said, I'm like, bro, whatever you need, I got you. So like, if you need food, like you see me around, like I got you. Ever since then, bro, like I said, I ain't never seen dude homeless since, nigga. That's how I knew he was faking homeless. That nigga picked up that blanket from the dumpster, bro. He was not homeless. He just put a blanket around him and said, I'm homeless for today. You are not homeless. That's how I knew he wasn't hungry. I'm like, bro, you are not homeless, nigga. Trust me, I've been homeless. I know homeless motherfuckers. You don't even smell homeless, nigga. You ain't even got the stench off your ass. Where the stench at, nigga? I got more stench than you. Straight up. That's how I knew the nigga was faking, nigga. I knew he was undercover. So then look, oh, you ain't even got a stench for one. You fucking too nicely dressed. His shoes were too nice. Motherfucker had the blanket covering him. Like, it just, all the shit didn't add up. You know what I mean? Like, you knew this nigga was trying to hit you on some entrapment shit. And so it was like, man, I'm just looking at him and I'm just like, am I seeing this, dude? Like, I had to really think to myself, like, am I really seeing this? Yeah, yeah. And so that's why I say it's funny, bro. It's a funny video. Here, let me see if I can grab it. I'm gonna try and grab it. Hold on, I'm gonna try and grab it real quick and grab the link for it, and I'll put it in here so y'all can add a link. Hold on, let's see if we could go. Oh, it ain't gonna let me because we live. Hold on, I'm gonna try and get it before I get off. Hold on. Was it, yeah, by South Park? Hold on, let me see if I could. I'm trying to see if I can drop a comment where I can make a comment or something for it. How I do that? Can you do that? All right, there you go. Here, that's the video on the poll right there. I just put it on the poll. It should pop up. That's the YouTube show right there. So you got it. That's the video right there, bro. Yeah, it was at the fairgrounds though. Hold on, I'm reading the comments, my bad. I was going through. I was just trying to get that poll up. All right, he said, I see as a recovered addict, if one says, hey, you got some clear, they're informants. If they ask you if you got some shit, they real tweakers, period. If you know, you know. Facts. Facts, bro. And that's why I said, bro, I already knew right away, bro, when they said the clear, bro. I'm like, I got some water for you. I was like, I don't got no clear, but I do got some water for you at a great value. I got water for you at a great value. I can sell you some water. I can sell fish. I can sell water to a fish. I don't sell clear, but I sell water at a great value. That's how I felt, bro. He said facts, bro. Danny knows what he's talking about, bro. Straight up, real ones know, bro. Facts. Mozzie was a real one for sure. He said I was in Oak Park. Yeah, I remember when you lived out there, Sack. You kept telling me to go down there. He said that's crazy, and it's not far from Fruit Ridge where Briz was from, man. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, Sack had some great artists, man. Long live Briz, dude. That was another legend artist that we lost at an early age, bro. California, we've had some great artists that we lose them at an early age. It's like a normal thing for us in Cali, huh? I stay off my bikes for my safety after my horrible accident in 2021. Honestly, I enjoy staying on the ground. Too much PTSD from my accident in the air. Facts, bro. And that's a great thing, because that's like me with me riding the motorcycles. I broke my teeth. A lot of y'all, while y'all see we on the live right now, everybody that want to call me a crackhead, we going to give you the reason why the tooth is missing since y'all think it's from tweaking. Nah, I wrecked a dirt bike. And so when I wrecked the motorcycle, I was standing on the seat. And kind of like Danny just said, ever since then, when you fall off, like, I broke my collarbone. I messed up all my teeth. I broke my collarbone. And people ask me now why when I ride a bike, I don't ride it as crazy as I used to. And it's not that I don't ride it as crazy as I used to. I'll still do some crazy shit on it. It's just now, it might leave you PTSD from that where you think about that every time now. Anytime I'm riding that bike, I think about safety first. Like, I ain't trying to fall. Like, I fell and broke my collarbone that one time. And that's what Danny means too, and a lot of y'all be understanding. That's where that comes into play. And I think that's a great thing. Much love, Danny. I like how you put that. He said, I'll keep that in mind because I can do wake and bake lives for sure. Yeah, bro. The do wake and bakes, you know, that's the cool part about YouTube, you know, it's pretty cool about it. Just don't be smoking no pipes, you know. Don't get me wrong, I understand we're allowed to have pipes and stuff, you know, in Cali, but YouTube don't allow that type of stuff. So like, you know, they call it paraphernalia or whatever they would call that shit. So that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna be smoking a bong, just try not to have it in the video. That's why when you see people smoking bongs, like I don't know if you see there's a fat dude named Teddy, he be smoking bongs. Hell, it's nothing wrong with people smoking on YouTube. Just, you know, take it like this and then blow the smoke into the thing. Don't just hit it. I think a lot of people don't understand that. And then when you're rolling up weed too, don't just roll up the weed like right in front. I know you want to show the camera that you're smoking that exotic, and it's not a bad thing either, you know. But that can get you flagged too. Just roll up your thing just like that, roll it up, and then smoke it without it being seen that you're rolling it. Because it might flag you saying, oh, you are rolling something. And this, it's not gonna, like, it's gonna shut down your live, but it'll flag it for age restriction. So the best advice that I could give you to save you from having those age restrictions is, like I said, you know, you can smoke. You can smoke a blunt, you can smoke whatever, you know. There's nothing wrong with the smoke. Just don't have a bong just clearly like, nah, put it like off to the side and be like, hit your bong like that. Or if you got fucking, you know, a blunt that you're rolling up, you can roll up a joint of blunt. Just don't roll it in the camera. Just roll it up by hand first and then, you know. You ain't stupid, Danny. You on point. But yeah, that's it. It's pretty cool, dude. YouTube's way more better than fucking Instagram. Instagram flagged me like 40 times for illegal sales, and we wasn't selling shit illegal. And then they finally cleared it all up. Look, ain't that some shit once Instagram cleared it? But I got flagged like 40 times. That's what I said, dude. Somebody kept reporting me on Instagram and flagging me. I can show y'all. I got so many flags, bro, on Instagram. I got more flags than y'all can think, boy. And it's all for illegal sales of goods. And ain't shit was being sold. Ain't that some shit? But Instagram cleared it up now. So that's why I said, and they're more or less restrictive on me after I got it cleared. So it kind of worked out better for me. Because now, like, I could post weed on Instagram. I could post that and they ain't gonna trip. But before, they were tripping because they thought I was doing illegal sales through that shit. And I'm like, nah, motherfucker, I don't sell. I'm just smoking a little bit of weed. I'm a pothead. Man, I got nigga cookies on me, nigga. You know what that is. You see the logo everywhere. That's why we was smoking heavy. We some potheads. Not a crackhead, pothead. There's a difference. Hey, I'm like Cheech and Chong, dude, okay? I'm not a crackhead. I'm Cheech and Chong, bro. We some fucking potheads, dude. We love getting high. Because I got high, like Afro Man says. Because I got high. Da 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 da. That's kind of crazy how I'm singing that song and then just, I've done multiple shows. So I've done 5. So I've done 5 shows with Afro Man so far. And we did 3 in Cali, 1 in Reno, and 1 in Washington. So much love to Afro Man. And yeah, I think that's cool we did that because I got da 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 da. Hold on, look, we got more comments. He said no one was he says it's a good thing, honestly. Okay. Hold on. He said I remember when we were at the skate park. He said your rap name was Lil Trey. Yeah, I remember that. Still has the 3 letters. We mixed it up a bit. Fat. And he said pain. Facts. I got my gold chain on too, and it's stainless steel. Come on, man. That's the way it is, bro. That's how we like it, man. That's still a plank. I like it, dude. I ain't gotta have no crazy shit. That's why I said I like that. A motherfucker could try to come snatch my chains. Best believe I'm gonna replace everything you snatch right after you take it. You gonna be mad as fuck. That's why I wouldn't. That's why I like this type of shit. I don't need to be iced out like that. Not like I've gotten this. It's not. I mean, I've gotten shit took. I can't say that I have. I've had it get took before, but I'm saying that's why I do it like that. It's always easy to replace. A nigga try to take something from you, it's gonna get replaced. Believe that. Mine's on the local Bay Area news over breaking and enter on the bike peddler. Damn, remember that shit? Bike peddler was a spot to go get your bike fixed, bro. That shit was legendary, bro. I remember I used to take my fucking mongoose bike over there. Facts, I gotta go chain on too, and yeah, for sure they do. They got one in Lincoln Valley too. If you know, you know. Facts. Ye Western. Off the Ave, Fulton or Cleveland? Yeah, I think it was off the Ave, Fulton too. Off Fulton Road, for sure. 9 years, yeah, I'm almost up there, but shit, life's been way more peaceful, honestly. It helps me remember who I am, who I was before I got into the active drug addiction for 11 years. Yeah, but now you're doing great. It's okay to look back, but just remember where you came from and now be proud of where you're at, you know? You're not going through that drug addiction no more. That was 11 years for bullshit. Now you got 11 years you're going to be clean of not bullshit. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm saying when you were going through your drug addiction it was bullshit, but it was bullshit how you had to cope with what you were going through because that's why you were using the drug addiction, you know? That's what a lot of people don't understand. People don't just use drugs for nothing. Nah, they use it because they be going through stuff and dealing with stuff in life that it makes it easier to deal with. But then we start to realize there's other ways we could deal with it other than doing that, you know? You don't have to just use drugs to cope with something. You could take a time out, take a walk, take a breather. Go do something you like to do, like skateboarding or biking, or take the bike somewhere, or even driving the car with the subs and slapping the music. That's another great thing. But don't just slap some fucking crazy music that's gonna make you even more mad. As we know, there's music out there that'll make you, you know, there's music that'll raise up your energy on that level, and then there's music that can raise up your energy on, you know what I mean? It goes both ways. But I think that's a great thing what you said, bro. He said, talk that shit, my nigga. We speaking facts all day and daily. No more, none less. No more, none less. Facts. Kid and Play, dude. Legendary. That's what I'm saying, dude. Me and my mom was just talking about watching Play. He just dropped a new music video. And my mom, you know, she grew up listening to Kid and Play. And then to be able to see them where they are now, it's legendary. And even though it's not Kid with them no more and it's still Play, it's still legendary to see Play keeping it going. And like he still got that style, his voice. And I don't know if y'all seen, they just used him on the new commercial for Kick. He's on the new live stream commercial. So that's kind of cool. Kid and Play, man. Legendary. Okay, I'll keep that in mind because I'll do wake and bake lives for sure. Yeah, dude, like I said, do the wake and bake lives, but just keep it professional. He says on mob shit for surely speaking facts. See a recover addict. If one says you got, okay, so boom, that's that. South Park, we got that. It won't let me click on it. Oh yeah, nah, I know it probably won't let you click on it. You're supposed to try to like copy. So just go from the shorts. So you see how it says the HTTPS YouTube.com shorts? Copy the rest of the thing from there and then that. Let me see if I can try to make it where like you can copy. I would have to comment from something else. That's why I said I don't have the other phone right now where I could comment from the other and then you could just have it under there. I'm gonna have to. That's why it's important that I have the other phone where I can comment back. Let them talk to listen to. Fact. Let them talk to listen to. Weed though too. Yeah, facts, dude. That's why I said it's nice, bro. It's hella cool, bro. The sound is muffling it out a bit. Oh shit, it's my finger. Is it better now? It was my finger. Now I went through way too much shit. While I coke with shit. Coke and now I'm clean. I just smoked trees for my pains in my back and last couple of accidents. Okay, it makes sense. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what tree is there for, you know? It's a medicine, bro. Like, that's like me. I try to only smoke when I need to be hungry. Or if I have problems with sleeping, it'll make me go to sleep. Because, you know, I got a lot of anxiety and PTSD as well. You know, you ain't the only one dealing with PTSD. I deal with it as well. I suffer from it. And I for sure suffer from, like, you know, anxiety, depression, all that shit. I suffer with all that stuff. But, like, I've understood how to cope with it, you know, where I don't have to take the meds. Like before, they gave me Ritalin, they gave me Remeron, they gave me Prozac, they gave me what's it called? There's a different one, but it's like a generic for Prozac. But pretty much they gave me all these different meds that mess with your brain and your whole fucking, you know, I call them happy meds, because motherfucker, they kind of just keep you in a happy mode all day, every day. The only problem is when I snapped, you know? Like, it was kind of crazy, bro. Like, okay, so when I was in those happy modes, I'd be hella happy because the meds. But as soon as that come down comes from the meds, and I didn't get the next fix of that meds to replace that happy, oh, dude, I get very destructive. It wasn't a good thing. And I think they know that. They know it's put down on paper. It would get like that. Everyone deals with the same shit, but in different ways. Facts, facts. And that's what I'm saying. That's how I dealt with it, you know? And I understood that, you know, that it helped me. It was needed. And that's why when I was on probation and bro, all that shit, that's why I was able to smoke the whole time. Everybody was like, why you was able to smoke? Not only because I had the 215, you know, I had the little prescription thing, the California 215. No, I had the actual doctor's recommendation, like from my actual physical doctor, you know, which was crazy because my physical doctor says he needs it. I think it would help him for his sleep. I can't, because, you know, your physical doctor can't prescribe you marijuana. But what they can do is recommend that you use it, and it helps you in the long run. And that's exactly what he did, and that was the best thing, bro. Because, like I said, when I took that to the judge was like, I would never do this. But with the doctor's recommendation, and from what I'm seeing, I think it would help you better than it would be bad for you, you know? And the judge literally signed it off, and yeah, I was smoking and didn't smoke a thing. Judge said you need that shit, dude, and that shit's raw, bro. But yeah, I'm finna get off of here, man. It's been a good live, man. It's 9 o'clock, Danny. I hope you have a good night, my boy. I love you. Hold on, let me read what he's saying. He said I was able to smoke on probation too from the judges. Okay, that's what I'm saying. A lot of judges will okay it as long as you got your approval. Public defender, because I explained my seizure strokes at the time, and I never had a 215 card either. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. Some don't care about the 215 having it, but at that time I had it, and they still didn't care. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, my probation literally said, you know, I mean, you were on probation probably at the same time, too, so you know personally. But my probation rules at that time was like, you cannot smoke marijuana even with the 215. Remember, like, it literally said that in the thing. Like, you cannot use marijuana even with the 215. And so then, like I said, I even had the 215 and they still wasn't trying to approve me until I got the actual doctor's recommendation from my actual physician, my doctor, my personal doctor. And then the judge was like, oh yeah, you need this. You need it. I can't deny it no more. He said, you too, bro. I'm hella grateful for you. Mad respect. Yeah, bro, I love you too, bro. It's been a great live. I love you. Mad respect. Thank you for everybody that's joined. We got likes. We got a bunch of likes, comments, bro. Like, share, subscribe. I want to say thank you for everybody that's joining. Thank you for Danny. Y'all go subscribe to Danny. That's a moderator. We're going to keep going up, bro. The channel's growing. Facts. And when we linked up last time, I was on probation too. I'm telling you, bro. It's much better. Now you free. Everybody else is off. I'm seeing all my boys get off probation. I want everybody off. That's what I'm saying. And it's not a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. I think y'all don't understand. It's about time we give the probation people time to go live their lives with their family too. Shit. They so worried about worrying y'all up probation. Give them people time to go spend time with their family. Because instead, I don't think y'all understand. I understand, but some people don't understand. These people deal with enough outside other than me, okay? And I don't want to add to the bullshit that they be having to deal with outside because I'm already my own part of bullshit, let alone what I want to add to the bigger Brady bunch. You feel me? He said, I always said the system can give me truth. They can try to get me down, but I'ma throw them gloves on, whoop that ass. Facts, bro. Facts. That's what I'm saying, dude. Don't. Don't, bro. You gotta beat them at their own game and do what they say. That's like I just was watching this dude, right? And they gave him a list of instructions, bro. And this is a great judge that I like watching. This is Judge Fletcher. And he's a great judge. I don't know. I think he's from Texas or something. But either way, this dude, bro. One thing I like about this judge, right? He be speaking real shit, and he gives everybody the benefit of the doubt and the chance, bro. And he's like, I'm gonna give you this one opportunity, no matter who it is, bro. Like, I mean, unless you done killed somebody, bro. But other than that, he's giving everybody the opportunity, which I've seen personally. And instead of putting you in jail, he'll rather put you on an ankle monitor or put you in a program to keep you on the streets. He's giving everybody the chance. I've never seen a judge give so many people so many chances. And you can see it works for the better though. Like he's gotten so many people, that's why he does it. But then he gets a few of those people that don't want to listen, and now he's got to fucking remand them and look stupid. And it's like, bro, he gave you a list of things, and like one of the list of his things was like, don't smoke weed, or do smoke weed, but just don't be around this and that. And like, yeah, some people just can't even follow the list, bro. And it's like, some of these judges be cool as fuck and give you the easiest of tasks, nigga, and you don't even take it. You better take that shit into consideration. And that's why I said, like, I already know what they deal with, let alone probation, dude. They deal with some fucking probationees that don't give a fuck. And I know, because I used to be one of them. So I'm trying not to be that side of the tracks no more. Shit. And that's where that comes in. We ain't trying to throw on the gloves and whoop that ass. But we done it before. Facts, bro. I love you, Danny. I love everybody, man. It's been a great live, man. It's Fred. It's Red. It's been a great live, man. I love y'all, man. We at it, dude. Got the hair braided too. Yeah, I know my shit looking kind of crazy, but we alright. We rocking with it. It's alright. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's been a great live, man. Much love, Danny. I love you too, brother. It's Red. It's Danny. It's